Like my fucking moment was probably when I had a DUI, had a suspended license, had no job, was down and out, and I wanted my dream car. That was a Lotus. You know, I was always trying to figure out how I could get some money to flip things around. I was doing my music and I was just trying to connect the dots. I was praying to God for opportunity, and it seemed like it would never, ever, ever come, no matter how bad I wanted it. The thing that changed everything, I feel like, was when I blessed, there was somebody very, very, very important in my life, and they're still in my life. When I blessed them with what I had, my last of what I had, is when God blessed me, and the door just opened, and I was able to get money, and the money kept coming in. I was actually able to get my dream car, and I just, like, from that time, I always told myself, I says, God, if I can do this, I can do anything. And when that happened, you know, you always kind of like go back and forth, like, did it really happen? Did it really happen? When you know really it did. You know, and I remember that I never told anybody the story, but I remember a time after the Grammys and Kanye West had a party. And it was, I'm almost sure he won the Grammy, or maybe he didn't. And it was at the, I think the Paramount Pictures inside there. And my brother had took me, and we got there. And you know, he was older than me, so we got there, and it says we're at capacitation, we're not letting nobody else in, and everybody got to go. Fire marshal was there, and he was getting ready to leave. And I said, "Nah, we're not leaving. We getting ready to get in here." He looked at me kind of like, you know, what you mean? So he went to go ahead and go get his car, get ready to leave, and I was like, I got to get in here. God, show me some way to get in here. I got to be in the mix. I got to be in the mix. And I was leaving, and the walls were like 10 feet tall around the whole building, 10, maybe 12 feet tall. And I saw a homeless dude right there, and I told him, I says, "Hey, if I give you $5, will you give me a boost to get over this wall?" And he looked at me and he says, "Yeah." And he gave me a boost, and I got over the wall. And when I got over the wall, the first thing I did is I called my brother. I said, "Hey, where you at?" He said, "I'm in the car, I'm ready to take off." I said, "Hey, come back over here." He said, "Where?" I said, "Come back over here, I got inside the party." He said, "What?" I said, "Yeah, come on." So he came, he drove, he parked. He said, "Where you at?" I said, "I'm on this other side of the wall." He said, "How'd you get over?" I said, "That homeless guy right there you see, he'll give you a boost." So he told the homeless guy, he gave him actually $10 because I didn't give the guy the $5 because I already got over the wall. And the homeless guy gave him the boost. He got over the wall too. And this is my big brother, so I'm just surprised that he's even following my lead. And we got in there, and when we got in the door, security was like, "Who you with?" And the stylist, I can't remember his name, but he was a stylist for Eve at the time. He said, "Oh, they cool, they come with us." And we got in there, and I met Kanye, took a picture with them. You know, Ray J was there, Yin Yang Twins at the time, Terry Kennedy, Brandy, Keisha Cole, you know, but it was just crazy. Like in your mind, you always say like you can't do certain things when it really like nothing else really matters, but you're just focusing on that one thing that you want to do, and just really realizing that life, tomorrow's not promised, nothing is promised, and just stay in that zone. Don't let nothing else distract you, nothing nobody says, nothing that happened, none of that, because you gotta understand, us being a people coming from slavery, we didn't see in hard times. So you gotta really know when you really got it bad. And you gotta always just count your blessings and always stay thankful and stay humble and grounded. And yeah, that was a time that I'll never forget. My keys to success is really, I think, being happy. I don't think it's money. I don't think it's materialistic things. I think it's really about having passion and love for what you do, but at the same time, just living life. I think that's the real key to success, in my opinion, because a lot of times we're all caught up in what we see on, you know, social media or on TV, just to sell us a dream, you know, paying out what our life should be like and what we should be experiencing as human beings when our life is so short. So I think the key to success is really just being happy with yourself and just doing what you love. As long as it's nothing to hurt, you know, harm or hurt another human being, just enjoying life, because life is really, really too short.
I just have noticed about women in the industry, we're so nasty to each other. It's crazy. We are so catty because we're in a male-dominated industry and we think that we're the enemy, and that's stupid.
Literally, we go to this place called Nobu. It was mad wild because he had like this whole reservation and he had his own separate menu. So as I walk into Nobu, I'm tripping out because I'm like, the only time I've ever heard Nobu was on a Drake line.
So it's about how you learn and your perspective and who taught you and what you got out of that experience. I think that broadens your perspective on how to treat people. And so since a lot of people helped me get to where I am, I don't have that crab in the bucket mentality. I feel like it's my duty, it's my job to help as many people as I can.
You know, our radio show was never a platform to get someplace else. It was the end result. It's what we wanted. We didn't have any ambitions for the show other than, like Bob always says, other than to have an incredible tape the next day.